Hello everyone, this is Pal Ponder on Weather coming at you with another video. In this update, I'm going to go over my Thanksgiving week travel forecast and my PAL weekly planner. I want to kind of give you an overall snapshot of what to expect on this huge travel week for the United States when you're on the road as well as flying in the air. So before we do get started, if you do like weather related content, please subscribe to my channel as I will upload about 5 videos a week to keep you updated. All right, so let's get started. So here's the temperature map. This is what you're going to kind of wake up to on a Monday morning. And you can kind of see we got pretty much a widespread freeze in Montana and Wyoming and parts of the Dakotas. Still showing some 30s in Pennsylvania. Not too terribly bad for this time of the year. But if we take it into Monday night, and this is kind of where this system, there's a lot of moving parts this week. There's a lot of moving parts in the weather. So let's kind of delve right into it. This first system dives into the Rockies, bringing about 6 inches of snow in the Denver Metroplex on Monday. And that system really cranks up and starts swinging up to Wyoming and Nebraska into South Dakota. If we take a look at some of the snowfall totals, like I mentioned, about 6 inches in Denver and another 2 on the backside of that. So about 8 inches total I'm expecting in Denver with this first system. And pretty much, a half a foot snow amounts possibly as this system really cranks up in the Rocky Mountains. And this will swing up, like I said, into Nebraska, into Wyoming. And some of this little clipper system that's coming in the New England states is going to dump more snow where you've already seen a lot of snow this time in the upper New England states. If we take it out to Tuesday morning, we've got temperatures kind of rebounding in the Southwest. We've got 63 showing up in Dallas, but we've got that another strong cold front moving in, and where that snowpack is coming into Colorado, we've got single digits in Colorado, but widespread 20s in Wyoming and Montana. We've got where that snow fell in upper New England is showing 20s. But check out Florida, where you could be waking up on Tuesday morning in Orlando with 47 degrees and near 40 in the upper panhandle of Florida. So some chilly air coming for you guys in the southeast region, and even 30s showing up in North Carolina and South Carolina. So that's some pretty chilly air along the coast. If we swing it out to Tuesday afternoon, as this system kind of moves up and into the northeast, more snow with these isobars really tightening up, and Iowa and Minnesota, and more snow for Wisconsin, where they've seen a lot of snow this year. And this rain band really starts getting cranking on the south side, where we got more rain for southeast part of the United States. And we've got another system moving in on the back side of that. So again, there's a lot of moving parts this week. If we take it out to Wednesday morning and we wake up with that strong cold front moving in, we've got where that snowpack is really kind of fell over the Rocky Mountains. You're going to drop below zero. You'll wake up with below zero temperatures where that snowpack could add on another 5 to 10 degrees, single digits around that. And then low teens in Wyoming, low teens in Montana. We've got widespread 20s in the Dakotas, and even 46 now for Dallas-Fort Worth. So there's going to be a lot of big ups and downs this week. And again, more dry air for Florida with another chilly night for you guys coming up on Wednesday morning. But again, where that snowpack has fell in the New England states, you're going to have those freezing temperatures with the elevated, drop with the snowpack. And here's kind of an overall snapshot of what that first system looks like, where it would dump heavy snow in the Rockies, swing over to Nebraska, dump some snow in Iowa, lower Minnesota, more snow for Wisconsin. So this is that first initial system will dump anywhere from, like I said, about 8 inches in Denver, and then, up to a foot and a half in some of the higher spots in the Rocky Mountains, and then swings a good 6 to 8 inch swath as it swings northeast. And where that first initial system, these are kind of totals, where if you've already seen a lot of snow in the New England states, you're going to pack on to more of those totals coming up on that first initial system. So here's another system that's coming in for essentially Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Day. We've got that elevated SOI index, bringing more moisture, activates the Pacific Jet. So we've got a lot of rain for the deep south coming in, but on the cold side, where that cold front's coming through, we're going to have wraparound snow. So I'm expecting about 4 inches for you guys in Amarillo as this really kind of deepens, dumping some snow in New Mexico, and we've got more snow in Kansas and another system. Again, there's a lot of moving parts this week, guys, dumping more snow for the upper New England states. And here's the GFS model, kind of shows the same exact thing, where it maybe brings it a tad bit further south, but on the south side, more rain for Texas. There's a transition period where we might have a mixed bag in Lubbock, but more snow coming in for you guys on Thanksgiving Day for Amarillo. And this another system will kind of get really cranking on the backside. But this kind of gives you an overall snapshot for Thanksgiving, what the temperatures would look like, and a high of 50 degrees in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But we've got widespread 20s for much of the country. Illinois, Indiana, upper New England again, and we've got like I said, 20s in Nevada and Oregon and Washington. So we've got another cold front again coming in on the second half of the week. So this would be Thanksgiving Day. And we've got that first initial system. This is a quick moving system. Again, will dump about 4 to 6 inches in Amarillo. And as it swings up throughout the day, it'll dump more snow in Nebraska and South Dakota, where there's another system on the backside of this. And this is really going to get cranking in Utah and Idaho and Montana. So we do have a lot of snow coming up for you guys for this Thanksgiving week. Here's a kind of an overall snapshot of temperatures on Friday, and this rebounds. 71 now in Dallas, where this another system, again, we kind of warm up, but we're waiting that another cold front coming in on the northwest flow, where we've got widespread teens in Montana, Oregon, Nevada, Idaho, Utah. So this system really kind of gets cranking. And we've got that Clipper system hanging on with that snowpack up in New England. But we've got widespread 70s for Friday in Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, and into Florida as it's rebounding. This kind of gives you an overall snapshot of what Friday would look like with that snowpack as another system deepens and brings more snow for Colorado. I'm a lost count, 7, 8, 9 times now, 9 systems in Colorado where we haven't even started winter yet. And bringing, like I said, more snow into North Dakota and Minnesota. And this will really get cranking on Saturday. So if we take it out to Saturday, and this kind of gives you an overall snapshot of what temperatures would look like on Saturday as this system comes in. We've got another strong cold front diving in, knocking these temperatures down throughout the day in the south, where we've got a high of 69, but they will be falling throughout the day in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And these will be falling too as this cold front moves in. But we got single digits popping up, and where that snowpack has really laid some groundwork earlier in the week. Teens and Nevada and Oregon. So we've got some pretty chilly air on the backside. Again, this would be Saturday coming up as I'm making this video on Sundays. This would be 6 days from now. This kind of gives you an overall snapshot of what the snow would look like then. Again, more snow for parts of the Dakotas, where I'm thinking a lot of probably 10 to 12 inches in the Dakotas coming up on this back second half of Thanksgiving week with this another system that can get really cranking. And I'll show you the snowfall totals at the end of the video. But on the south side, we've got more rain. So I got a lot of rain. I'll show you those too. So I got a lot of rain in the deep south, and where that transition period, we've got a mixed bag. But again, more snow to deal with. And as as you might be coming back from your Thanksgiving plans on Saturday. But this kind of gives you an overall snapshot of what Sunday would look like. Again, this would be a week away, but again, we've got more cold Arctic air pouring into off the northwest flow, and these are, again, where that snowpack has really laid some groundwork earlier in the week. We've got low teens in Wyoming and Montana and Colorado and Utah, and hanging on to 55 degrees still, which is about 10 degrees below normal in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and some 70s popping up in Florida. This will kind of give you an overall snapshot. This is, again, a week away with more snow as this system really deepens, and you can see these isobars really tighten it up now for the Dakotas, and that's why I'm expecting anywhere from 10 to 12 inches with this second system in the Dakotas and upstate Wisconsin and Minnesota on the backside of this system. So we do have a lot of snow, and we'll bring more rain. I think it ends in Dallas, but it will transition to down in South Texas, where you got more rain for Houston and the parts of Alabama into Tennessee. But here's the overall precipitation outlook of what I'm kind of expecting for your Thanksgiving weekly travel. Again, we've got welcome rain into California, but those do unfortunately come with mudslides. So, but we need the rain in California. We've got more rain in Utah, the desert Southwest, and Arizona and New Mexico. But again, we've got widespread 2 to 3 inches coming up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area from probably Wednesday to Saturday with those relentless systems coming in, but bringing more beneficial rainfall for the Southeast. And as you can see, pretty dry in Florida, but where the snow is falling, we've got abundant moisture to work with, and we've got plenty of moisture where these heavy snowfall is going to fall throughout the week. And this gives you an idea of how much snow would fall potentially this week. I talked about the western snow. I talked about the potential blizzard this week. I talked about the Thanksgiving snow. So this will kind of give you an overall snapshot of what this week would look like. But it shows, again, almost double digits in Colorado and Wyoming, Nebraska, and the Dakotas. I mean, this is the Euro model spitting out 12, 15 inches of snow. So we could easily lay some good groundwork in Minnesota and Wisconsin. And as this swings to the northeast, more snow, again, where a lot of places have seen snow in the New England states. But as you live closer in the coast, where you really haven't seen much off that warm flow. So this kind of gives you an overall snapshot of kind of what I'm looking for. I know it's a huge travel week for you guys coming up in the United States for Thanksgiving. So I wanted to put this out there. If you did find value in this video, please subscribe to my channel and definitely share with your friends on social media to catch me in the next video where I protect you before and after the storm.